This job site is one of the most unique job sites in the world and probably one of the best examples of man versus nature.
Happening right now in Iceland, a volcano is erupting. It is spewing hot lava, spouting toxic fumes.
The volcano has erupted in spectacular style for the 6th time since December.
A spectacular and damaging sight in Iceland. Lava flowed into the fishing town of Reykjavik, which was evacuated overnight. No one was hurt, but the town's mayor says the eruption is threatening water and electricity supply.
Flooding is arguably the most devastating natural disaster. And how have humans stopped water from ruining civilizations for thousands of years? Well, with dirt. But what happens when you're toe-to-toe with lava? Dirt also works here too. Despite its name, Iceland is one of the most volcanically active areas in the world. It sits atop two plates which separate little by little every year, resulting on average in a volcanic eruption about every 4 years. So when will the next eruption begin? Well, the eruption is actually going on as we record this. Beginning in December, lava started spewing from the earth in the Reykjanes Peninsula, about 45 minutes from the capital of Iceland, Reykjavik. Lava isn't necessarily bad, but it does become problematic when it starts to creep its way towards civilization, which is exactly what happened here. The lava threatened a few key areas. The first was the town of Grindavik, home to a few thousand people. Second was a large geothermal power plant, which produces a large portion of Reykjavik's power. And third is something called Blue Lagoon, which is one of the biggest tourist destinations in the country of Iceland. Since the first eruption in December of 2023, 5 other eruptions have happened, which have covered a total area of about 15 square kilometers. Shortly after the eruption originally began, Icelandic authorities sprang into action and mobilized an enormous fleet of earth-moving equipment to build barriers to stop the lava flows. And I couldn't believe the resulting videos with D11s moving dirt and rock only a stone's throw from lava. And I had to check it out. Fortunately, we had the opportunity to fly to Iceland to see the project for ourselves this July. So let's get out on site. So, oh wow, there's another. Oh, there's a Weber dozer.
There you go.
Oh,
baby.
there's a D11. Oh.
With the background established, this is obviously a very critical operation. So today they are building this main lava barrier higher and higher and higher. Like I said, we have that power plant right over the hill there. That power plant is producing hot water for a majority of Iceland. That is a critical piece of infrastructure for the people that live in this country, and it has to be protected by this volcano, by this lava flow, and that earthen barrier there is what is doing the trick. So they've built it up about 20 meters, and over the past 6 months, they've moved over 3 million cubic meters of material to build that barrier, holding back the lava. But it needs to get bigger and bigger and bigger, because just last week they had the lava coming over it. They were using fire trucks, putting water onto the lava to cool it down, to slow it down, so that they could get back to building it higher. That's what's going on right now. And they just keep building it until the lava stops. The cross section of the lava barrier is pretty straightforward. It's essentially a giant berm. They're moving it up and up and up in about 1 meter increments. They don't have to totally worry about compaction because you're not battling water here, you're battling lava, which is a little stickier. It can't get through this earth as easy as water can. So they don't need to worry about compaction as much as a traditional dam. They can bring it up in those 1 meter increments and keep raising it until this lava stops. Some specifics of this operation: we've got a Komatsu 375 up top there. We've got a Liebherr 776 over here, a D11, a Caterpillar 374, a Doosan. It looked like a 80-ton excavator, not familiar with their nomenclature, 352 cat, a D6, ton of articulated trucks. There's a ton of earth moving equipment here because they've got to move this, what is essentially lava rock, as quickly as possible to build that barrier. It's lunchtime. Let's cut to the dining hall, wherever we're going to now.
The third biggest taste bowl. Chicken tendies. Thank you.
This is a pretty basic cut to fill operation. Yes, we're dealing with lava here, but it's really just earth moving at the end of the day. We have two large dozers. There's a D11 back there, next gen, and then that Liebherr 776. It's actually the first one I've seen running out in the wild. They are using their enormous rippers to rip this existing lava rock that's in this field here. That's a long day getting shaken around, tearing that rock up. That 776, it's a smaller dozer. I mean, it's not small, but it's still struggling with this. Even that D11 is struggling. This is tough stuff. And then once they've ripped it, they're pushing it into these big piles, and that's when the excavator can take over and load the trucks. This is a key weapon here in this operation to stop the lava. These ripper shanks, we've got that Liebherr and then this Caterpillar right here. This is about as big of a ripper as it gets. You've got this entire tractor pulling against this one little area here, which is most of the time more than enough to break this rock up, to make it pushable, to pile it up, to load it into the trucks, and then to haul it to the fill. And in an application like this, you can set these rippers up in multiple configurations: triple shank, double shank, single shank. This is a single shank because you want as much force as you can on one area to get through this hard ground. Quick size comparison, this is the Liebherr 776 right behind me. And here we have the Caterpillar D11. Istak is not just building the lava barriers like the one to my left here, they're also having to do a ton of road work. Believe it or not, lava does not care about what's in front of it. It just flows with gravity, and so it flowed over a lot of the existing roads and infrastructure. And now, like, the operation is going on, and now, like, this operation here behind me, it's coming in, rebuilding these roads to restore access to this area. Exit that way. Oh no, it's upside down. Exit that way. Oh, no, it's upside down. Exit that way. Oh, it's still upside down. Exit that way. Okay, back to the program. Thanks to Istak for having us out. I've been watching this project unfold for the past 6 months, drooling over an opportunity to come out here, and they said, come on out. They showed us everything, and I absolutely loved today. So now we are going to get in our little rental car, drive 6 hours down the coast of Iceland to another road project for another video. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and we'll see you next time. Stay dirty.